Welcome to episode 3 of our podcast, where we explore the depths of spirituality and personal growth. I'm your host, Mary.
And I'm Harry. Before we dive in, please like and subscribe to our channel. Your support means a lot to us.
Yes, and we'd love to hear from you. Comment 1 if you enjoyed it, or 0 if you didn't. Your feedback keeps us inspired. And today, we're diving into a fascinating and transformative topic, spiritual awakening. What exactly does it mean to experience a spiritual awakening, and how does it change our lives? We'll be exploring different perspectives, sharing some personal stories, and bringing in thoughts from famous writers and philosophers. So, let's get into it.
That's right, Mary. We often hear the term spiritual awakening, but many don't know what it entails. It's not just about monks meditating in caves or gurus in robes. Awakening can happen in the middle of our everyday lives. For some, it may even begin unexpectedly after a major life event. And to help explain that, let's look at one of the most well-known modern books on spiritual transformation, The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle.
Let's go over the first segment, defining spiritual awakening. Eckhart Tolle describes spiritual awakening as a shift in consciousness, where we transcend the ego and become more present to the moment. In The Power of Now, he mentions that most of us live with the illusion that we are our thoughts and emotions. Awakening means we step back from this and realize a deeper sense of who we truly are beyond thought.
Exactly, and it's fascinating that so many philosophers and writers throughout history have touched on similar ideas, even if they didn't use the term spiritual awakening. For example, the famous psychologist Carl Jung discussed the concept of individuation, which can be seen as a psychological version of awakening where we integrate all parts of ourselves, even the unconscious, and reach a deeper understanding of our true nature.
Harry, and then there's Hermann Hesse's Siddhartha, which tells the story of a man's quest for spiritual enlightenment. In the novel, Siddhartha realizes that true awakening doesn't come from intellectual understanding or religious practices, but through direct experience and living life fully. Hesse's novel has been a touchstone for many who are on their own spiritual journeys.
Mary, let's go over the second segment. What causes spiritual awakening? It can happen in many ways. Some experience it through trauma, like a significant loss or a sudden shift in perception. A great example of this is The Road Less Traveled by M. Scott Peck, which became a spiritual classic. Peck begins his book with the simple but profound statement, "Life is difficult." He explores how confronting life's challenges, whether they are emotional, spiritual, or existential, can serve as the starting point for personal and spiritual growth.
Harry, absolutely. In The Road Less Traveled, Peck discusses the importance of discipline, love, and self-awareness in overcoming obstacles to experience deeper truths and understanding. For others, it might be a gradual process through meditation, mindfulness, or a connection with nature. Alan Watts, a philosopher known for popularizing Eastern philosophy in the West, said that the meaning of life is just to be alive. That simplicity resonates with the core of awakening. It's about presence, not future goals or past regrets.
Let's go over the third segment, the process of spiritual awakening. It usually starts with a phase of inner turmoil, where the old ways of understanding the world no longer fit. Joseph Campbell, in The Hero with a Thousand Faces, called this part of the journey the call to adventure. It's the moment when you realize there's more to life than you've been taught.
Yes, and Campbell's work is often referenced in connection with the spiritual journey. After the call, we enter a period of questioning, challenging our beliefs, and sometimes stepping away from the traditions we were raised in. This reminds me of the Tao Te Ching by Lao Tzu. Lao Tzu writes, "To attain knowledge, add things every day. To attain wisdom, remove things every day." It speaks to the idea that awakening often involves unlearning old patterns and embracing simplicity.
Mary, let's go over the fourth segment, integration and oneness with the universe. Once we begin to integrate the lessons of our awakening, we start to experience a sense of oneness with the universe. Aldous Huxley, in his book The Perennial Philosophy, talks about the common ground that all spiritual traditions share, this sense of unity and connection to something greater than ourselves. He believed that the ultimate goal of all spiritual teachings was to reach this state of awareness.
That's a great point. Huxley's work emphasizes that this feeling of oneness isn't exclusive to one religion or philosophy. It can be experienced through various paths, whether through Eastern practices like Zen meditation or Western philosophies like Transcendentalism, as seen in the writings of Ralph Waldo Emerson, who famously said, "What lies behind us and what lies before us are tiny matters compared to what lies within us."
Let's go over the fifth segment, the symptoms of spiritual awakening. People report feelings of loneliness, hypersensitivity, and disconnection from the world they once knew. This reminds me of Walden by Henry David Thoreau, where he retreats into nature to simplify his life and reconnect with the essential truths of existence. Thoreau says, "I went to the woods because I wished to live deliberately and see if I could not learn what it had to teach."
Yes, Thoreau's words are a reminder that spiritual awakening often requires solitude, time to reflect, and a break from the distractions of everyday life. It's not always easy, but as Thoreau found, it's worth it to live more deliberately and meaningfully.
So, as we've explored today, spiritual awakening isn't some far-off, mystical event only accessible to gurus or monks. It's something that can happen to any of us, right here in the midst of our everyday lives. Whether you're reading Eckhart Tolle, practicing mindfulness, or simply questioning the meaning of your life, you could already be on the path to awakening.
That's right, Harry. And it's important to remember, as we've seen in the works of thinkers like Carl Jung, Joseph Campbell, and Aldous Huxley, that this journey is ongoing. It's not about reaching an endpoint, but about continually deepening our connection to ourselves, others, and the universe. Thank you for joining us today. We hope this discussion on spiritual awakening has inspired you to reflect on your own journey.
And remember, stay curious and keep seeking. There's always more to discover. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a comment, and share your thoughts on your own spiritual experiences. Until next time, stay tuned for more thought-provoking episodes.